In this production and post-harvest facts video, I will present the status of production, harvest, and post-harvest losses in horticultural crops. The word loss means any change in the availability or inability or wholesomeness or quality of the fresh produce that prevents it from being consumed by humans. Fresh produce losses can be direct or indirect. A direct loss is disappearance of produce by spillage or consumption by rodents, birds, or insects. An indirect loss is the lowering of produce quality to the point where human consumers refuse to eat it. The major tragedy of the third world is that they are chronically short of food, and the double tragedy is that large quantities of available food is lost during production and during post-production period. In developing world, on the one hand, we face common problems such as environmental degradation and the negative impacts of climate change scenarios. On the other hand, we have problems of underproduction and overpopulation growth. Therefore, there is a rapid increasing gap between production and consumption. This leads to three related aspects of the hunger problem in developing world countries. They are: problem number one, food shortage. It means that total food supplies are insufficient to meet the population needs. The second is food poverty, where families cannot obtain enough food to meet the needs of all their members. Number three, food deprivation, which is the inadequate individual consumption of food. Now, let's look at a diagnostic profile of the developing world. 78% of world population is located in the developing countries. Population in developing world is divided to 40% in East Asia, 30% in South Asia, 11% in Latin America, and 11% in Sub-Saharan Africa, and the remaining 8% located in the Middle East and North Africa. Poverty in developing world is classified as the following: 46% located in South Asia, 25% in East Asia, 16% in Sub-Saharan Africa, and 7% in Latin America, and the remaining 6% are in the Middle East and North Africa. Losses of fresh produce, such as fruits and vegetables, and medicinal and aromatic plants, occur at three main periods. The first period is during production in the field, and these losses are called production losses or pre-harvest losses. So, pre-harvest losses are losses that occur before the process of harvesting due to unsuitable climate conditions or improper production practices. The second period for losses to occur is during harvesting and are called harvest losses. So harvest losses are the losses that occur between the onset and completion of harvesting. Example of these losses are fruit shattering and mechanical damage. The third period for losses to occur is between the completion of harvest and the moment of human consumption, and these losses are called post-harvest losses. Harvest and post-harvest losses can be called together post-production losses. Regarding the production or the pre-harvest losses, few research studies and consensus data are available for this type of losses. But based on some studies and my personal field experience, I estimate that the average magnitude of production losses in the developing world is roughly ranging from 25% up to 70%. These losses are at the minimum in the developed world countries, where they have surplus of food production over their needs. As for the post-harvest or post-production losses, including the harvest and post-harvest losses, these losses vary greatly among commodities and the production areas and seasons. In developed world, the losses of fresh fruits and vegetables are estimated to range from 5 to 25%, depending on the commodity between production and consumption side. Estimates of post-harvest losses in developing world vary greatly, from 20% to 50% or even higher. Qualitative losses such as loss of caloric and nutritive value, loss of acceptability by consumers, and loss of edibility are more difficult to measure than quantitative losses of fresh fruits and vegetables. Underfed and malnourished third world population is susceptible to deficiency and infectious diseases, have no energy to work, and have increased morbidity and mortality rates. Traditional methods of increasing food production are increase the area of production, increase the yield of crops harvested per unit of area, and produce more crops per year, the multiple cropping system. However, increasing food production alone is not enough to solve the hunger problem in developing world, as large volumes of food produced in the farm never reach the consumer. The increased field production must move and distribute safely along the food chain that links the farmer to the consumers. This needs knowledge and experience of post-harvest, preservation, and processing technologies, in addition to the business and marketing skills. All horticultural products, whether fresh or processed, deteriorate during storage by losing flavor, color, texture, or nutritional value, and there is no way to stop these deteriorative changes. Post-harvest, preservation, and processing technologies can only slow down the rate of deterioration. The two most important environmental factors that affect the rate of chemical and biochemical changes during the deterioration of stored horticultural crops are temperature and humidity. As temperature and relative humidity increases, the rate of deterioration accelerates too. Unlucky third world people. Most of the developing world countries had prevailing high ambient temperatures of desert, subtropical, or tropical climates, which makes the problem of preserving the quality of perishable products and the problem of best feeding considerably more difficult than developed world countries, where the climate is temperate. Cold temperature reduces the deterioration rate of horticultural crops and can kill many pests. Causes of production, harvest, and post-harvest losses include: number one, primary causes, such as biological and microbiological causes, chemical and biochemical causes, mechanical causes, physical causes, physiological causes, and even psychological causes. Some of these causes may interact, work simultaneously or sequentially. The secondary causes. Those secondary causes lead to conditions in which primary causes of loss can occur, and it includes inadequate storage facilities, inadequate transportation, inadequate cold storage or refrigeration, inadequate drying equipment, inadequate marketing system. We need to look for local and global solutions to reduce losses. Farmers, handlers, and the processors should understand the principal causes of losses and to adopt the proper fit technologies to reduce losses. Okay, that's it. See you soon.